friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my makeup. My current everyday makeup routine. You guys have asked for this for quite some time now, and I'm just now getting to it, but we are here. And I'm pretty sure you guys can tell I do a pretty natural makeup look. I'm very much a person that believes in still wanting to look like myself when I'm made up and just want to kind of just enhance the natural beauty. I don't wear makeup every single day. You guys have probably seen from my vlogs. I like to be barefaced. And I don't know, I think as I get older, I a lot of times feel like makeup makes me look older. And I'm trying to look as young as possible for as long as possible. So I think that's probably why I tend to not wear much makeup. If you're interested in seeing how I do my makeup, then please keep watching. So you guys, you already know I am a very light makeup wearer. I have my little mirror here. I haven't really decided how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try and talk you guys through this in real time. Let me see if it'll tell me what time I'm starting. I don't know what time I'm starting. I just know how long the video is going. Okay, boom. So let me just look. Okay, it's like 4:27. But and forgive me, we're gonna go ahead and start. I'll just walk you guys through. I'm gonna do it the exact way I do it for all of my videos. We're just gonna jump right into it, and I'll talk you through like what I'm doing and then just kind of speed it up, of course, just so you can see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So first, I have ears. I just like to put on ears when I'm doing my makeup. I don't know, at this big age, we're still putting ears on our face, but that's what I like to use. I still like to, and I'm looking here because my mirror is here, so I need to see. I figured I would look this way, but so I'm doing this real time, you guys. Let's see. So the first thing I do, I actually start with my foundation first. I know a lot of people may start with their eyes, but I just find that I like to start with my foundation. And the foundation that I use I use L'Oreal True Match. It is a drugstore foundation. I've used it for years. I think it was in my makeup video from years ago. It's just a foundation that I love. It's very light. Maybe you could build it, but I just like to use this. So I will tell you guys, whenever I do want to use primer, I don't always use primer though. Even in my videos, you guys have seen, a lot of times I just do my makeup and record. So I'm not looking for my makeup to last like all day long. I'm just doing it for, you know, whatever haul I'm doing or whatever video I'm doing. But when I do use primer, I do like to use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is really good. And then you guys may have heard me talk about it before, but that's why I also have a fan nearby, because I like to then dry everything here. But today we're not gonna use this because I don't use this every single day. It's literally like special occasions when I need my makeup to just last a long time. Let me just tell you guys though, the very first thing you want to do is, if you're like me, I have little tweezers here, and I go in and I clean up my brows up here. And I also use you get these at the beauty supply store for like $1, a little razor. And I just, make sure the top, actually, did I clean this up? Maybe not, y'all. I'll zoom you guys in a little bit more so you can see certain aspects, but yeah. I'll just go through and clean up my brows underneath. Oh, I got makeup still on my face, y'all. Okay. But I'll clean up underneath and above, and then I might pluck a chin hair too, because let's just be real, I do have them. And I know I'm not the only one, but I make sure basically that my face is all clean. And I usually have a Kleenex, but I have a paper towel here, so I'll keep something just to wipe my hands. But yeah, then I move into foundation. So I'm just gonna put this foundation on, I'll squeeze it on, and I just apply it with just a brush. This is a It Cosmetics, actually, yeah, CC Skin Reflecting 702 brush. I don't know, y'all. I think I can link this brush. You'll see a lot of my brushes that I use, old Mary Kay brushes. I don't buy brushes often. If the brush is still good and I've used it for years and nothing's wrong with it and I can keep cleaning it and it works, that's just what I go with. So you'll see that throughout this, but let's go ahead and start with our foundation. Okay, trying to zoom y'all in, and then I had to raise you up so you could actually see. But I'll only put probably this much product, and I'm just gonna blend this all around, which is maybe like a couple pumps on each side of my face, and I'll just make it go all over and make it work. And I just kind of use a dabbing motion, but yeah. And I've already applied some moisturizer too and cleaned my face. And I have a little bit of a scar here. If y'all watched my October vlog and y'all saw me getting ready for the old people Halloween party, I had a little friend up there. And although again, at this big age, I know better, I picked at it and look what happened. It's a spot. So, you know, don't be like me, be better than me, and don't pick at your blemishes. I don't normally have breakouts, but I was really mad that I had a breakout, and yeah. So I may dab a little bit extra, or actually, sometimes I go with this, and with this LA Girl Pro Concealer. It's from the beauty supply store, or you can get it actually, I think you can get this at Target, another drugstore fave. But I love this stuff. But I'll just go in with this and maybe cover up this little spot. Yeah. And then I'll just kind of dab it with my fingers. Because again, I don't want a ton of makeup on. And sometimes when I'm not wearing makeup, I'll just dab over the little spots on my face and not have on any makeup. I have a little one here. And honestly, that is all I will do for foundation. Then I will go in, put the top on this, with my Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm in the color, I get Tan Deep Sand. And I know some people like super bright under eyes. I like something just maybe a couple shades lighter than my normal skin tone, because again, I want a more natural look, natural everyday look. And for me, this is just a little bit lighter, but not too much. So I don't have to be that bright. And I put a little bit underneath my eyes. I know some people will do it in the corner and over here, but you end up smearing it anyway. So I just put it under my eyes to brighten them up, a little on my chin, nose. And a lot of this is super old school placement and things like that, but that's just what I like to do. And then I'll just take a beauty blender or a sponge. This is not a beauty blender, but you know, it's a makeup sponge. It's not the real beauty blender. This one's from Target, and I just liked it because it was marbly, but I like it because of the size too. I will let the Shape Tape set a little bit. I may just turn on the fan and then give it a little bit of a drying, because it has really good full coverage on it as well. But sometimes I don't, and I just go in and just blend that out. Whatever is left over, kind of like from the blending, I'll just put that on my lid and like underneath my brow, because you'll see I don't highlight with concealer under my brows. Again, for me, just a more natural look. I want my brows to just look nice and natural and just kind of blend in with my face, and that's really all I do for concealer. Now for contour, next I do contour. I do use, this is the one high-end item I think I have, and it is the Chanel, it's a little dirty, y'all. It's the Lace Beige in the color, I think this one is Tan Deep Bronze. and I've had this stuff for a while. I will say it's a great investment because it lasts you a long time. This is what mine looks like inside. You don't have to use this. I do have like an old school like MAC stick I would use too for concealing, but I just love this stuff. I love the consistency, and it's very soft and it smells good. And I just used a little brush like this one, and I just dab a little bit in here, and I'll do a little bit of nose contour, and you'll see I blend this out super a lot. Super a lot. Is that a thing? Because again, I don't want to see my concealer either, my nose concealer. I just want it to be super light and natural. So we'll do it down the bridge of the nose here, kind of coming in. And this is just, of course, to slenderize your nose a little bit. And then you're gonna come up. I kind of blend it into my eye socket kind of here. And blend that in. And then I take it and kind of swirl it around and do it kind of on my cheeks. And that's just to warm this little area up. And I'll bring it up here to my hairline. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. And I'll go kind of high and then kind of bring the bottom down low. And then blend this up so you can kind of see that. You can see it a little bit, but again, you don't want to, I don't want to see a ton of concealer, contour. I don't want to see a ton of contour. And then that's really all I do. And then I'll take the beauty blender that I had before, and I'll just kind of blend out the contour into the highlight here. And then actually what I'll do next is I will set underneath my eyes a little bit, and I use the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is, yeah, it's a translucent one. It's an oldie but goodie for me. I don't use the colored one. I probably could, but I just take my beauty blender and kind of dab it in there. I don't even blow it off. I just keep whatever's on there, and I just kind of press it into my under eyes. I'll do it again. And we're just pressing, 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 and bring it on down, bring it on down. And I'll do a little bit for my forehead, because this is greasy. My forehead stays greasy, but I still like a very dewy look. I know some people, I mean, I don't want to look just like a bucket of fried chicken, like oily. I don't want to look like that, but I don't have to have a super dry face either. So yeah, I'm gonna smooth this. And then next, I know I'm probably going all kind of out of order what you probably would think you would normally do, but next I actually put on blush, and I love this Anastasia Blush Trio palette. It is this one here. It has these colors. It's called Berry Adore. Berry Adore. I haven't even taken the sticker off, but I've had this one for a while. But these are the colors. And you guys, these are super pigmented. I had to like enunciate it because you don't need very much when it comes to these blushes, and I think that's why I love them. I've used some cream blush before, which I kind of like that too, but then I just go in with an angled brush that is a blush brush. This is a very old Mary Kay brush when your girl was doing Mary Kay back in the day, and I use the middle one all the time. And I just kind of do that on the apples of my cheeks. And then I bring it up, kind of up into my hairline. And I'll put a little on this side. And bring that up. And a little on my nose. Just at the end, whatever's left on the brush. I'm not trying to purposefully go in and put pink on my nose. Or rosy noses. But I do like blush, but not, it doesn't have to be a ton. Next, I will go in with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and it is in the shade Global Glow. I love this stuff. I've had it for years, and I just keep buying it. I don't even know if they still have it, but this is what it looks like. It's really pretty. And I just use my finger. I just kind of circle in there. This is what you'll kind of see how it looks like, how much I have on my finger. And I'll do an exclamation point on my nose is what I like to call it. So I'll do a little bit here, and then I'll go down the bridge of my nose like this. And then I'll just kind of blend it all in, because I love a little highlighted nose. I'm telling you, this is kind of old school because they've been doing this for a very long time. And then I take a fan brush. This is just an old BH Cosmetics brush. And then I'll fan it, and I still put a little bit of highlight on the top of my blush. And I love to put it above on my Cupid's bow. Love that. And then I might sprinkle the rest up on my face. But this is my fave. I love to have a little highlighted nose situation going on. Next, I will do my eyebrows. And a lot of you guys like my eyebrows, and I will show you exactly what I do. So like I've showed or told you before, I usually go in and clean them up underneath myself first before I start applying my makeup. And I'm gonna want, and I'm looking in the viewfinder right here in case you guys don't know what I'm looking at. So I'm trying to look at myself without looking at this mirror. But I've cleaned them up already, like I showed you before at the beginning, underneath, and then at the top here, I've already done that. But I love to use I still have Anastasia Beverly Hills for my brows. So the Anastasia Beverly Hills, it is the brow, let me see if I can turn it to you guys so you can see it. Yeah, the brow definer pencil in the color dark brown. Love this thing. Use it all the time. I have an old one that's gone. And I love that, of course, it has a spoolie on the end. There are other ones. This one is the one where I eventually make it into like this shape, which is what I love. There's one that's more of like a pencil end. I just prefer to use this one. It's gonna give me that soft, I still like to do ombre type eyebrows. Like I said, it's very old school. And then I like to see brush strokes in my brows. So you'll see for my brows, I use this. And then my other essential is the NYX Control Freak Brow Gel. I love this eyebrow gel. It is very affordable. It looks like a mascara wand, and you'll see it keeps your brows in place. I do have the Anastasia Brow Freeze, but I still like this better, and it's more affordable. So trust me, you can get a bomb look with your brows with this. So I'm just going to, I usually brush them up. Now y'all, I might have to do this looking at this mirror because it's gonna be hard for me to do it up here. But I brush them up. Let me see, maybe I can, I don't know, I don't wanna touch it. I don't wanna touch the camera. But I usually always start with the same brow too. I know that probably sounds weird, but you know, like once you get used to doing your brows, you kind of just, it's kind of like with my contacts. I think I put the same contact in first. Creatures of habit, right? But I will bring up a little bit of the pencil here, and I kind of just start, I'm gonna show you guys, but I start kind of in the middle and work my way out, and then I'm gonna go at the top and then kind of bring it out, and then I'm gonna kind of fade in the front. So I try to explain it how I do it, but I'm gonna show you guys now. But I can't talk through this because I don't know what it is about doing your brows, but doing your brows and talking is just not a thing. So I've pretty much done this one how I want it to be, and then I'm gonna spoolie it up because again, I want natural looking brows, and you'll see with the brow gel, I kind of spoolie them up as well. So before I decide if I need to do anything else to this brow or add a little bit, I'll go ahead and do the other one. So I'm gonna probably fade them in a little bit more. I do like to use this point of my nose as like where my brow will kind of stop, or I should say start. And then as you can see, I just make the arch just kind of this, like almost like a tilt. That's where my natural like arch will usually be. But I'm gonna clean these up a little bit and make them a tad bit darker. But again, I'm going for a natural look, so I don't want them to be too dark, too overdrawn or anything. And we're gonna just blend them in. Okay, I like that. We're not gonna do too much. Actually, let me do a little bit more here. Good. And then I just go in with the eyebrow gel just right on top of it. It just, you can't even really see it. It's clear. Well, mine's a little brown tinted because I use it all the time. But then I'll just brush the hairs up. Oh, I got a hair in there too. But yeah, brush the hairs up and then kind of comb it down. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I'm digging in here. You can see a little of the gel. So you're coming up, over, and then kind of to a point. So up, over, and to a point. And I'm doing that because I want my brows to dry looking like hair-like strokes. So I want the hair to look like hair. I don't want them to just be all blended in to where it looks like a drawn-on brow. I like them to look, I mean, you probably can tell I drew them on and shaded them in, but I still want them to have like hair-like strokes. And that's what the brow gel is good for me. I'm already done with my brows. Like I said, I don't highlight underneath them. I want them to just blend in with my face. It's just a natural look for me. And then I go in with, y'all, this is my favorite palette. I need to get another one, but I do use the same eyeshadow like every day, but it's my favorite. And it is by Too Faced. It is the Peach palette. I don't even know if they still make this. I have seen some on Amazon. Mine has been through it. This was always my favorite base lid color. It's called Georgia. But next I started using Peaches and Cream for my base. And I'm very much, again, very old school when it comes to shadow. I like to do a lighter lid and then I'll do a kind of semi-medium. I usually use Puree for my crease, like a transition color. So I'll do the lid, I'll do Puree like as a transition color and kind of fade that into my eye. And then I use Charmed, I'm Sure, which is like a chocolatey brown color in the crease, and I blend that in, and then I'll put that same color underneath my eyes. So I'll show you guys how I do that now. I just use a kind of flat brush. This is an old Mary Kay brush. Again, I do have some from Morphe that I like, and you'll see the ones that I use all the time. So this one's a Morphe. This is the makeup. This is the Ariel, Morphe and Ariel collab, and y'all probably already know why I chose this brush set, because of the color. It was nude, but it's very similar to this one, but I'm just so used to using this one. We're gonna use this one. And believe it or not, I use the exact same brush for all the colors. So I'm a minimalist too, I think, because I don't use a different brush for each part of my eye. I just use the same brush. And no, let me just say this right now, I'm not using a eyeshadow base. Again, if I wanted it to stick, I would. Let me show you guys what I would use. So I do still like the Urban Decay eye primer. So again, if I'm going out and want the eyeshadow not to blend into my eye, then I'll use this. But again, this is my everyday, and every day I do not put on no eye base. I don't. So this is really what I put on the base of my lid, and I just kind of concentrate the lighter bit on the bottom because I like to see that peek through. And then I'll go in with the kind of shaded color and then just kind of, or the transition color, and just kind of put that in between and just blending it kind of into my brow bone. And then I'm gonna go in with the Charmed, I'm sure, here, and I ain't got much left, but I put a little bit like on the end, and then I will then smoke out basically the crease of my eye. And I kind of blend it in, but don't go all the way to the corner, inner corner. This is just like an outer like framing of the eye. And I just like to blend, blend, blend. And I'll go into the eye a little bit, kind of towards the middle, but then I'll just still blend that kind of out too. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And once I'm kind of happy with that, I will then go in with, this is my other favorite brush. It's the Morphe by Ariel. But the brush tip basically looks like this, and it's really thin. There's these two brushes that I absolutely love. This is one that I like to use for underneath my eyes. So I'll use that same Charmed, I'm sure, brown color that we put in the crease, and I'll use that underneath my eye. And then you'll kind of see I do kind of flick this out at the corner, because I'll show you guys my like super simple, easy way to do kind of like a wing liner, but I've never been the best at wing liners, so I kind of like, again, a very natural look to them. So I'll show you what I do with that in a minute, but that's really it. And then I will take because I like some shimmer. So this is another very old Mary Kay brush that has had it, y'all, but this one is similar in the Morphe Makeup by Ariel, Makeup and Ariel Makeup, Morphe and Ariel collab brush. This one's very similar, but again, using this one because I use it all the time. But then I go in with a little sparkle, and I usually use Luscious, which is almost gone too, but I just dab a little bit in there, and then I put this in my tear duct, like inner corner, and it's so pretty pigmented. So once I have all, and I'm trying to kind of zoom in, you can kind of see this is really my, again, everyday eye look. Then I'll go in with liner, and some of you have asked me what liner I use. Don't laugh, y'all, but it is this, and I didn't even go buy a new one, so y'all can see I've really been using it. It is this Wet n Wild black eyeliner. I will have it linked, but I think it's $1 at Walmart, and I love it. It's just, I just like really soft pencils. I do sharpen it before, well, actually I like to keep it kind of rough at the end because I'm gonna do my bottom line. And I just like it because I can kind of shade it, and it's soft, and to me it works just as good as anyone else. So once I've done the bottom liner, I'll do the top liner, and I just like to do a nice thin line first, and then I'm gonna show you guys about the whole wing situation. But I just like to do a nice thin line. I don't like a super thick eyeliner look. Again, just for every day, I like it to be very thin and neutral and natural. So I will hold my eye taut a little bit and just kind of start. The thing with liner, and let me just tell you this, start at like the bottom of your lid and start like shading a little bit, like you're not trying to get it super straight yet, and then just kind of start connecting, and then you'll eventually make the line straight, if that makes sense. So once I get to the end here, I'll just kind of stop. And I have it kind of at the thickness that I want it to be at. Let me just do a little bit higher. And it's not always perfect, y'all. and I'll just make like the inner a little bit thinner and the outer a little thicker. Another thing too, if you want to make it stay a little bit better, this is also drugstore, but this is the Revlon Color Stay Sharp line. It is great. It's like a felt tip. And what I'll do is if I want more of like a super perfect, like dark liner look, then I'll put this on top of this. But I like using the crayon because the crayon, I like using the eyeliner crayon because it kind of gives me, I don't know, I feel like I can mess up a little bit more than this, which if you you guys will probably know, especially because it stays put, it's intense, and it's kind of hard to fix this when you use it the wrong way. But so I just like to do this first, and then I may just like trace on top, like I'll just kind of do a little bit underneath. But I'll do that. And then let me just show you, actually, let me go ahead and do the other side, the other eye, and then I'll be right back. So you can also line underneath your eyelid, which underneath here is just your like water line. You can see me doing it. It takes a little practice, and you don't want to cry. And that's just if you want it to be like even more intense with your eyes. Ooh, I feel it. I feel like I was about to cry, you guys. So my next thing I like to do, which is my favorite part, is y'all, this brush right here. This brush right here. Do you see the point? OMG, this is one of my favorite brushes from this Morphe and Ariel collab. Kind of says it on the brush, but you can't see it, but this brush is bomb. I will try and find it if they still have this brush collection, but it's totally worth it even just for this brush. If doing wing liner is hard for you, this is your friend. So what I like to do, because again, I don't like to use the liquid liner to make a wing because I'm just not good at it. I like to use this, and the reason why you bring your shadow here, the shadow and the liner down here, I just take this brush and put it at the angle, and then I just kind of make a wing. It's so sharp, it makes it for you. And I'm just using whatever is left on here. There's nothing on here, but I'll show you guys how you can make it darker. And then I just kind of blend them together, like the lines. But I love it because it makes this line right here. Love that. And then I'll just do the same thing on this side, just with whatever shadow is left. And then I just kind of bring it together. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it just gives you that extra little tail that is really nice. And just for me, again, I like a more natural look. I will sometimes use the tempting kind of glittery black color in here, and I'll dip this in it. Like y'all can't even see. Barely. I'll barely do that, and I'll kind of go over it, and it'll make it darker. And then I'll kind of just, ooh, I'm gonna mess up, hold on. But you see that like intensifies it. Again, it's shadow. I'm not worrying about being super messy or perfect with the liquid one. So there you go. Okay, so the next thing, and you'll see when I'm finishing up, I will sometimes go in with some powder at the very end and kind of set things, and then I'll spray some finishing spray. But y'all, these are my favorite lashes ever. They are the Christina Wispy lashes. I get them from Amazon. I've gotten them from Amazon for years. You can check my cart. No, I'm just kidding. They're super affordable, and they are very, very natural. My eye shape holds this whole lash very nicely, and it's just a nice addition to like my already already there lashes. It's just a nice addition to them. It just makes them stand out, I think, a little bit more. But I absolutely love them. And then I just use, y'all, this is my favorite lash glue. It is, I think it's IMB by Kiss. It's strip lash glue in black. And I just get this from the beauty supply store. I think it's like $3.99 or something like that. And for me, I just like strip lashes. I like to be able to take them off. I've tried extensions before, and I just don't like when I can't like rub my eye freely, or I hate how it looks when they're like falling off and I'm like shedding. I'm just like, I can't do this. So I prefer to wear these every day if I need to. And sometimes I'll just wear these without anything else on, but I'm gonna open them up and I'll show you guys how I put them on, because I do put them on very, very close to my lash line so that they can look very natural as well. Kind of like my brows and my contact lenses, I put the same lash on first too. So I always put this one, my right one on first, but I just take it out of the pack. It's very light. This is kind of what the lashes look like. So if you're a person that likes heavy lashes, you're not gonna like these. But if you're, again, looking for a natural everyday look that I do every day, then these are perfect. So I just take my lash glue and let me see how I can show you how to do this, but just on the tip here, I just hold it upside down and then I just barely squeeze out like a little bit, and then I'm just gonna run it across the bottom here. And I don't want a super thick line of glue. Hold on, I'll show you guys about how much I put on. That's pretty good. So I wonder if you can see it. You probably can't. Yeah, you can see it's like a thick enough. You know, it's not too thick, but I'll let that dry a little bit while I put the glue on the next lash. And there's that one. I think that's, let me put a little more, y'all. Okay, I think that'll work. And then I'm a person who hates when this gets messy, so after each time I just wipe off the tip before putting the top back on. And it's pretty every time you get ready to use it, and you don't have to worry about your glue drying out. So while those are drying a little bit, I go in with my mascara to take care of my bottom lashes. And again, this is another drugstore product. It is the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black. It's like ancient. It's very old. Gotta make sure I have enough left in here because I use it all the time. This is kind of how the bristles look. The comb end is pretty, I don't know, I like it. And I just put mascara on my bottom lashes. Now I'm just gonna put the lash on, and I'm gonna kind of hold it down. And I'm trying to do this quick, y'all, because I think I waited too long before it dried. And I usually put it in the middle first and then push it up with my fingers to the end, and it's on. You'll be able to see it in a minute. I'll show you a little bit better. Let me zoom in a little more so you can see. So we're gonna go kind of in the middle but down, and then once it's stuck in the middle, I just take the end and pull it up, push it up, and then the tail, we're gonna go in and up. And again, you're just getting it as close to the lash line as possible so it looks really natural. So you can see, sorry, you can see here, I just put it right there, and then I push it in with my fingers. And yes, I just use my nails, I don't use tweezers. But once those are on, I'll let them dry a little bit, and then, sorry, I'm moving y'all out a little bit more. I'll let them dry a little bit on my lid, making sure they're on there, and then we'll come in a second and blend them in with some mascara. So now I'm just going to use some mascara to kind of blend in my lashes with the lashes, and then I'll kind of put a little extra mascara on them as well. So then my eyes are done, and next I just finish it with lips, and I'll show you guys the powder, but you guys, this is my favorite nude lipstick. It is Nude Cream number 26 by Milani Cosmetics. I get this from Walmart. It is like $8 and some change. It is, to me, the perfect nude. This is a newer one. This is my old one, y'all. She didn't have the color on the bottom. She at the end. I should just finish using her. Maybe I'll do that. But this is the nude lip I like to use, and I just put it in the middle because then I'm going to, and I'll touch it up in a minute, but I'm just gonna go in with y'all another Wet n Wild liner. This one's brown. I think it's in the, I don't even know what color it is. Oh my gosh, I think it's called Cocoa. I don't know, y'all. It's a brown liner, and it actually is an eyeliner. But I like to use this as my lip liner. And I'll concentrate in the corner to do those a little darker, to kind of ombre it in. But yeah, this is my favorite combo. Yeah, lip combo color. Love this lip color, this nude. Look, y'all, it's so pretty. Just adding it. To me, it's just a perfect nudie, pinky nudie color. I don't know, I really like that one. There's more that I like to use from MAC. If I don't have, I think this is the one, Cherish. Yeah, so if I'm looking for an even nuder, like less pinky nude, but a more nude, I'll use this color, Cherish by MAC as well, with the same lip liner. Or the other lip liner I do use sometimes is it Cork and Chestnut. So Chestnut has like a reddish brown to it. I like the eyeliner because it's like true brown. Cork is a little too nudie, and then this is BFF3. I can see it. And it kind of has a reddish brown tint to it too, which is why I really like the Wet n Wild one, y'all. And like I said, I think it's $1. So then I will go in, if I have a chance, and I'm being extra, this Maybelline Fit Me in the color Toffee Caramel 330 is what I am. Oh, and then the foundation, the True Match, I know I showed it, but it is in the color N7, and that is neutral medium deep. So I've always been N7 in the True Match, and they just updated their bottles with this kind of packaging where you pump it out. It's usually like the old packaging, but I'll just take a little bit. This is pressed powder, and I'll go in with one of these little triangle little gadgets from from Amazon, and I'll kind of press that in, and I won't use too much, but then I'll just kind of like press in my powder, because again, I don't want it to be super highlighted. I kind of want it to still blend in with my skin. And I'll just touch up any area that might need it. And then y'all, I just finish off with, and there's not even hardly any left in here. Oh my goodness. So this e.l.f. Again, super affordable finishing. It's a micro, sorry, I have glue all on my hand, you guys. It's a microfine setting mist. I do have the Urban Decay All Nighter, and I've heard Charlotte Tilbury is good, and also One Size. I just haven't tried those yet because, you guys, I just have used these drugstore products for so long, and I like them. I just can't stop using them, but I do want to try new ones. But yeah, I just finished it off with this spray. Let's see if something come out, y'all. I feel like I'm shaking up spray paint. Anyway. Ooh, some came out. Ooh, and it went, oh. We're gonna use the fan to dry it on our face. Ooh, Y'all, let me do the Beyonce. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I think that's good enough. I have literal setting spray all over my robe now. But that, you guys, is really it. And that's how I do my makeup every day. Let me zoom you out again. Okay. So that is all, and that's how I do my everyday natural makeup. Again, I just like to naturally enhance the beauty that we already have, you guys. So hopefully you found my tips pretty useful. Like I said, I don't use a ton of high-end products, but I do love the ones that I use. I think I get a great everyday natural glam look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been long awaited and you guys have kept asking for it, but I promise I didn't forget about you, and I hope you did enjoy the step-by-step I went through to show you how I do my current natural everyday makeup. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.